Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dreams Unlimited Travel Podcast. My name is John Magi, and I'll be your host. And in this episode, we're going to talk about 2020 packages. I almost can't say 2020. And what we're seeing is different, and availability and pricing, so we can bring you up to speed on planning your 2020 Walt Disney World package vacation. I'm joined at the table by our panel of experts. Client Services Manager for Dreams Unlimited Travel, Kevin
Hi,
Close.
everyone.
Kevin Close.
Hi, everyone.
Agent for Dreams Unlimited Travel, Michaela Porter.
Hi.
And back in our production facility, we have our producer, Craig Williams.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you being here to help me with this conversation. Thank you, everybody at home, for tuning in. So a couple of weeks ago, Walt Disney World announced that 2020 packages can now be booked for your stay. We want to make sure people know that even though it's 2020, they can only be booked 499 days out. So, of course, we get people who say, well, why can't I book December of 2020? You just can't do it just yet. It's a Disney rule. So 499 days out from today,
Checkout date.
From your checkout date, you can book your Walt Disney World package vacation. And our agents have been very busy, have been providing a lot of quotes to our clients. It's always a busy time of year. But I wanted to bring Michaela on the show to talk a little bit about what she's seeing and the other agents are seeing as far as differences in the packages, pricing, any anomalies in the pricing, and availability. So what do you got for us, Michaela?
So first, just a couple minor changes. Parking at the resorts went up. Now it's easier to remember. It's just 15 at value, 20 at moderate, and 25 at deluxe.
And the interesting thing about that is that was kind of a sneaky thing. Like all of a sudden it was like, oh, pricing went up. I'm like, what happened? So, it's unfortunate because
happens every year, but
it stinks. It's
easier to remember now. It only went up by $1 for moderate and deluxe and $2 for value, so not as bad as it sometimes is. Then the 2020 dining plan went up pretty much $3 across the board, between $3 and $4 for quick service, Disney dining plan, and the deluxe dining plan for adults and kids. So not bad. I mean, basically just inflation and not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, we always expect price increasing, and as long as it stays at a couple bucks, we're okay.
Yep.
But, you hope that it doesn't go crazy, and you hope it doesn't price people out.
Yep. Pretty good availability so far. I mean, there are some places like the Wilderness Lodge doesn't have a ton of standard view rooms. Those are cheapest, so they're most popular. Those are starting to go. I'm seeing Pop Century is starting to have some withering away on standard rooms as well. Other than that, I mean, it's still really early.
Is that what we find? We find standard rooms go first, or do we find the limited concierge rooms go first?
I usually find standard rooms go first. I don't know if it's a price thing, but... And then, there are some concierge rooms that go quick, too, but there's always, a second option of concierge. So, standard view concierge may be gone, but you still got garden view or whatever. Then I kind of did a price comparison. So, I basically wanted to compare 2019 and 2020. I went with the third week of September, as Sunday through Saturday for each. Okay. 4-day park hopper, Disney dining plan for 2 adults and 2 kids under 9. The difference between the package is about $193. Total
from year
overall.
to year, 2019 to 2020, you're saying about a $200
Yep.
increase in the package.
And of that, 109 of it is the room cost. So the rest of it is the dining plan, presumably. So
what resort was this?
This is at Port Orleans Riverside for garden view rooms for each of them. 4-day park hopper, Disney dining plan. 2019, now I'm getting confused, is just over $5,000. So $5,031.80. Then 2020 is $5,224.92. Wow. So
surprising for that week.
Yeah,
that seems really high for that week.
It does, yeah.
So I mean, the good news is not big changes. There's not changes really in the perks that you get, or what they call the magical extras. Yep. Those have stayed the same. What happens with the ticket stays the same. All of that. What you get with a dining plan, that hasn't changed either.
Yep.
What do we want folks to know about 2020 availability for resorts? What are you finding?
Everything is really pretty available. If you have some, if you have some flexibility in your dates and or really your resort room type, that's going to help a lot. If a standard view is gone and you're okay with a courtyard, that's great. But if you want that cheapest standard view room, it's always better to book early, just so you have it. Other than that, really, I haven't seen anything that's completely sold out yet. Little Mermaid rooms always go quick, and those have really bumped up in price because of the Skyliner.
Talk about those again for folks who don't know. What's the Little Mermaid room?
Little Mermaid room is at Art of Animation. It's their standard room option, has 2 double beds and sleeps 4. And they're really popular with little kids, obviously, because they're all Little Mermaid themed.
So, what are you finding anything unusual about 2020? Is there something that's standing out to you?
Yeah, so the resorts that are going to have the Disney Skyliner, which is Caribbean Beach, Riviera, which is opening at the end of this year, Art of Animation, and Pop Century. Did I get them all? I think so. The Disney Skyliner will go between those 4 resorts as well as Epcot and Hollywood Studios. We have really seen pricing for those resorts go up quite a bit. Caribbean Beach used to be one of the cheapest of the moderates. It was kind of a toss-up between that and Coronado. It is now pricing the same, if not a little bit more, than Riverside and French Quarter. And Riverside and French Quarter, to me, have always been like the nicest of the moderates. I mean, now that Caribbean Beach has been refurbed and so is Coronado, and they're getting a tower, they're all really nice now. But they were always kind of like the ones that people preferred. And they were a little more expensive, and now we're not seeing that at all. It's really weird for me to see Caribbean Beach more than those 2.
I was going to say, I mean, maybe Caribbean Beach, maybe Coronado because of upgrades, because of new amenities, the hotel's looking nicer. But for, Art of Animation and those type of things, this is the Skyliner effect.
Yeah, definitely.
Is what this is. And I don't know that, are people going to choose the Skyliner over Port Orleans?
I don't know. I mean,
for a few bucks, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know. I will have to see when it opens. I think I personally would, just because it is so quick. I think I've heard the max time that it takes from point A to point X, the longest distance is only 12 minutes. So it is going to be a really quick way, especially if you're one of those people that doesn't like buses. Definitely a quick way. And I mean, if it's really not pricing that much more than Port Orleans Riverside,
it's also new
to consider. Yeah,
right. But I also wonder too. We're the Disney centric at Disney. We know everything about Disney. Does the average guest even know that this is happening? Do you think they look at it and go, "Oh, there's a Skyliner coming, and I want to stay at that resort"? Craig,
no, definitely not. But I think if they're looking into their transportation options and they see, oh, this one has something else that's not a bus, that's a huge draw for a lot of people, even if they're not huge Disney people that don't know all the ins and outs.
Yeah, I see definitely a demographic switch too in terms of who's wanting to stay at some of these resorts. I mean, I know everyone has different size pockets, so that always plays an impact on it. But now you have to start looking at some of these, some of the people who maybe are going to Magic Kingdom mostly because they have younger kids and stuff. Before, they might have been staying at Pop Century and Art of Animation for those features, but now all of a sudden, if you have if you have other moderates around the area that are dropping in price, or even the All-Stars, that it's kind of, if you're going to Magic Kingdom, you don't need the Skyliner. So why are you taking advantage of it? Whereas then you have maybe some of the people who before liked staying at some of the expensive hotels right in the Epcot area. Like they tried to stay at the Boardwalk Yacht or Beach because of how close it was in walking distance to Epcot. But now they're saying, oh, if we can save a little bit of money and stay at a moderate and now jump on the Skyliner and we can go and drink all day and not have to worry about anything, then why not just do that? You're okay. So I start looking at it from those aspects. Like I like going to Hollywood Studios and Epcot a lot. So staying on the Skyliner resort line would actually be more appealing to me than probably staying at Contemporary, Grand Floridian, or Polynesian. Not that those aren't amazing resorts, but they service a different area of the resort than these other ones. But if I was all for Magic Kingdom, I'm gonna look at either those resorts or Port Orleans in that area. So
I also wonder too if people look at the increase in parking and say, well, guess what? It's worth it for me to spend a little bit more for my resort to be on the Skyliner because I won't rent a car. I won't bring a car because it cuts out some of my transportation around the resort. Do you find you have to explain to people what the Skyliner is? Do people ask about it?
I have been surprised how many people know and have asked me about it. But there are a few that are like, oh, what's the Skyliner? don't know, but I mean, it's an easy thing to explain, and I think people are a lot more excited about it than I've realized, and know a lot more than
I think
thought.
we're going to see it. We talked about this on other shows. We're going to see the Skyliner resorts.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a certain price, and there's going to be a premium for staying there because it's a different transportation system. Mm-hmm. And again, it doesn't get you everywhere, but neither does the monorail.
But the thing about Skyliner is when you see, like right now, they're still doing the testing at Hollywood Studios and Epcot. When you see those gondolas come flying down into the Epcot station right back by the World Showcase entrance, it looks awesome. I mean, it ruins all thematic purposes of Epcot in that way, but you watch how quickly they come sailing down and into that station, and then you're just footsteps away from being right inside World Showcase. I look at that as if you're an Epcot fan, if you're a World Showcase fan, you can now stay at one of these resorts and literally just fly into it quicker than you ever could before. And that's cool.
I've seen them run for the test, and I was amazed at how fast they went. Do you think the test is faster than actual?
No.
Do you think that's the speed it's going to
be? They get pretty fast. So just from my experience with them at ski resorts and stuff, they can move. So I think it's
I know
exactly
they can move, but I just wondered what the normal speed is going to be, because you don't want people getting scared or sick on them. You want it to be a comfortable ride between resort and the parks.
Yeah, I was surprised how quick they moved too.
I mean, almost to the point where I said, no, I'm not.
Yeah. They drop and go up from that station real fast, and there's a little swinging involved. I'm like,
I think it was the Disney blog who put out a picture of the Skyliner water rescue boat.
Oh,
that's a hard pass for me. I would rather die in that gondola than have to get off of it into a boat in Florida, gator-infested water. Nope.
yeah, but you're going to be in the water in Florida. Oh, my God.
No.
Yeah, because the monorail
legs.
never breaks down, or buses never break down. Kevin doesn't dangle.
I'm not sure Michaela's going to dangle either. We'll have to see about that, but
I mean, it's going to be a cool option. It's going to be a fun.
yeah,
option
definitely
for
very
people,
cool.
for
And if
sure.
you've got kids going back and forth, making it that easy and quick, it's going to be. If you don't have to wait 20 minutes for a bus, people are going to love it. The other one that's really gone up in price is Art of Animation. The Little Mermaid rooms are pricing almost as much as like the cheaper moderates now. So that Little Mermaid rooms have always been the most
Very popular,
expensive value option for a standard room, but they really hiked them up.
And they're so far. You have to walk so far to those
And
rooms.
they need to be refurbed. They're very
do.
cute, but
They do. They're too far for me from the main building
yeah.
to be worth it. Anything else about packages? What do we want folks to know? Same policies apply.
Yeah.
Small deposit.
Yep, $200 deposit unless you've got insurance per room. Insurance has to be paid at the time of booking, obviously. Everything's refundable up until your final payment date, which is 30 days before. So they didn't change anything like that from 2019 to 2020.
And the great
Made it
thing about
easy.
booking a package is, your tickets are in the package. If you book a room and a package separate, you've got to pay for your tickets all at once.
Yeah, and
in
if you
advance.
can't go, your tickets cannot be refunded.
Right.
But if you book it in a
Non-refundable.
package, it's all refundable up to 30 days. So.
Right. So it gives you time to pay off those tickets. It gives
Yeah.
you time to change your mind about your tickets.
Yeah, I always say a package is the way to go.
I agree. 1,000%. And then you can do your fast passes and you can do your advanced dining all at the right time with your
Yep.
package.
And everything is linked for you in My Disney Experience. You don't have to worry about linking your tickets separately. Package just streamlines the whole thing.
Excellent. I'm trying to think of anything else. I want to make sure we cover everything.
I don't think.
Kevin, what do you want to say about packages?
Call Michaela.
You really?
Don't call me. Email me.
Michaela at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com.
She will help you with your package for sure. And there are some other stuff you get with a package. There's what they call magical extras, which are percentage off of.
Yeah, you get a little discount book. I think I
Discount.
saw there's like Coca-Cola discount, Origins discount, the Pro Shops if you have a dad that really likes to golf. The Sanook flip-flop store, which I'm a huge fan of. You get mini golf vouchers and also a discount at Planet Hollywood at Disney Springs. So there's some good extras you get in there.
And people do that. People look to save money in those, and will use every moment of them.
Yeah, those kinds of things I find are great for arrival and departure days. When you don't have theme park tickets for that day, but you got a late flight and you want to do something, they're great for that kind of thing.
Excellent. All right. I think that'll do it. I wouldn't want to beat a dead horse here. We want to make sure you know that 2020 packages are out. Very little difference between 2019 packages and 2020. A slight increase for the dining plan. There are some resort increases, obviously. The resorts go up every year as well. But, you should be planning now. You should absolutely be making sure.
Yeah, it never hurts you to plan ahead.
Yep.
Never.
And again, for that small $200 deposit, you're holding that space, you're holding that room. So it's not a huge commitment for it. I also want to point out, too, that when you book through Dreams Unlimited Travel, you can make interim payments on your package. Mm-hmm. So if you're one of these people who like to pay a little bit at a time and that you don't have a big surprise right before your trip, you can pay it off monthly or put a little bit on your room, and we certainly accept that to make it an easier purchase for you.
Yep.
Interested in a package? You can contact Michaela. Spell it for us.
Makayla.
At dreamsunlimitedtravel.com, or you can go to our site, www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com, and put in for a no obligation quote.
You can also contact Kevin at Dreams Unlimited Travel, and I'm going to forward it to Michaela.
All right.
I don't know why my parents had to give me such a hard name to spell. I mean, really.
Really. So that's it for our show. Thank you guys for helping me out with the conversation. Thank you, Michaela, for putting together the research. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, everybody at home, for listening and watching. We hope you have a great week, and we hope you have a great vacation.